National Alliance on Mental Illness reports that 1 in 5 American adults experiences some form of mental illness, and the rates continue to rise. Typically, people would enlist the help of a counselor or therapist, but in this digital age, people are using apps from the comfort of their phones to reach out to a mental health provider for support. Joining me to talk about the power of mental health coaching is Dr. Jenna Glover, Chief Clinical Officer for Headspace, and Chrystal Ramos, Headspace Mental Health Coach and Manager. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Dr. Glover, people may be familiar with Headspace and may know it as an app for mindfulness and meditation, but Headspace has now broadened its menu to include mental health coaching as a resource. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so Headspace is integrating our mental health coaching service, which is a service we previously only offered through our employer and health plan partnerships, but now is in our direct consumer app. And, across the nation, we have an extreme shortage of therapists. So people are often waiting months to receive mental health care. And at Headspace, we think it's time to look at alternative interventions that are affordable and easily accessible, like mental health coaching. So our coaches are trained professionals who empower individuals to achieve their health and their wellness goals. And we have found that our coaches have helped people feel less alone and less worried, better rested, and overall just more in control of their lives.
Doctor, we've heard of life and career coaches. How would you say mental health coaching differs from something like therapy?
Yeah, so mental health coaches differ from therapists in that they don't make clinical diagnosis or provide clinical treatment. They provide live one-on-one support for individuals experiencing a range of subacute mental health challenges that don't necessarily need a therapist to support. So they'll do things like help people set realistic goals, develop new habits, maintain their motivation, and they hold them accountable.
Chrystal, when life gets overwhelming, people turn to mental health coaches. Can you tell us some of the most common challenges people are facing that prompt them to seek support and guidance?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's one our members will often ask. We'll typically see them for like relationship issues or challenges that they may be experiencing. Sometimes they'll come in and they'll want to navigate grief or loss that they're experiencing in the moment, and we'll help support them through that as well. Anxiety and stress is another big one that we will often experience as coaches with members, and we'll recommend like a meditation app that they can practice through the week to help. And last, I would say, is sleep. That's a big one where, members may be having restless sleep and they're tossing and turning, or they can't turn their mind off, and we'll develop healthier sleeping habits that they can then use and get more restful sleep.
What a great resource. Where can people go to sign up and connect with a mental health coach?
So people can sign up for mental health coaching by visiting headspace.com/coaching.
Now, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's meant to break the stigma and empower people to have the conversation that it's okay not to be okay and ask for help. What words of wisdom or encouragement do you want our viewers to hear?
So what I would say is everybody has mental health, and when we pay attention to it and when we attend to it, it only betters ourselves. And so being willing to reach out and have that conversation and open up and talk about how is your mental health doing and what are ways that you can improve it, that's a great first step. And our coaches are one of the best ways to get that conversation started.
Now, a lot of people lean on their friends to text when they're going through a crisis event. How might Headspace be a better avenue?
Yeah, I would say we are trained professionals. Our coaches are MBHWC certified or have a master's level degree, and we use a theoretical approach such as CBT or motivational interviewing. So it's going to be a little different than talking to a friend about it. We're able to help guide the member while they're in the driver's seat and just kind of help give some professional advice as they're kind of navigating the challenge.
For more information, visit headspace.com/coaching. We thank you both for sharing such a timely and important message.
Thank you.
And we thank you for joining us on San Diego Living. We'll see you next time.